Hello people, and welcome to the next Chapcast. What's happening, everybody? Good. Okay, so we are in August 22 and we are recording September's episode. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it has been red hot for the last 3 weeks, and today it is coming down like a rainforest out there. I'm sorry if you can hear that and you don't like it. I used to love it when I was carp fishing up the Heath in my little tent, and then the rain came down. I didn't like it if I caught a fish in the rain, but just sitting in your tent, like drifting off into nowhere land with your acoustic guitar, it's great. Okay, so we have come to September, October, November, December, 4 months left of the year, and we are going to in depth talk to you about the charity band that I put together. And yeah, so it fell apart, but we'll get to that. Let's yeah, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. Okay, yes. So let's start off now. I am taking you back to the end of 2018 and most of 2019, all of 2019. Yeah. So basically, I'm not in a band at this point, and I just love music. You know what I mean? So I just 2019. I just got on the buzz, and like anybody asked me to play anywhere, and I was your man. Yeah, I was just, do you know what I mean, getting chaperones by people like Des Jones, Phil Kerrigan, Rosie Henderson, all my top friends, and we was just, do you know what I mean, going to these mental venues like some island in Canning Town, and some art gallery, Trinity something or the other. Yeah, we were doing a gig down there one night, and God, we was all over the shop. And then I was sitting there, and I just thought, like, because of my situation with the old minces, yeah, I just thought I need to give something back. Do you know what I mean? Even though the biggest thing that could get taken off of anyone, in my opinion, well, no, it's not the biggest thing. It's one of them though. It's well up there. But yeah, I can think of a couple of other things, but we won't start getting all depressing. We're just gonna smile, and yeah, let's try and get through this. So I've got quite a lot of stuff, because we did play one gig, and we nearly completed an EP in the recording studio. So I've got like loads of outtakes from that. It might be quite funny that I'll probably just stick up as an episode. But yeah, so we're in 2019 or the end of 2018, wherever it was, and I'm doing everything that gets offered to me or whatever. And I got a few pals down, guide dogs and the RNIB. Obviously, you have problems with your eyes. You get sucked into these places, which you should. And if you're blind and you're out there and you're on your own or whatever, just get the phone number and give them a call. You know what I mean? And join the family, because you know what I mean, you need that. You know what I mean? Like, I've got loads of sighted friends and I love them to pieces, but it's not the same as talking to someone else who's do you know what I mean, got something wrong with their eyes. Okay, so anyway, yeah, end of 2018, right? So we're doing everything we can. Gigs for the RNIB, gigs for guide dogs, gigs on my own. Got a good pal promoter friend called Zay Joseph. I was doing everything for him that I could. Christmas gigs, everything. It was getting amazing. Like, so then I thought to myself, let's put a little band together and see if we can raise some money for the charities. Or, do you know what I mean? Like, because when you get to my age, you ask other people that are my age to join a band with you, and they're sort of like, we're 40. Yeah, we're 40. What's that mean? We're 40. Oh, okay. But yeah, well, the younger people have got more energy anyway, so get yourself a couple of them. Yeah, all right. So yeah, so I started putting adverts on Gumtree, adverts through the RNIB and Guide Dogs. I went on RNIB Connect Radio to try and promote it. Yeah, so basically the RNIB, they had this group of people called the Guitar Social, and they was like teaching blind people a bit of guitar and that, whatever. And then they arranged a gig at the end of like showing people what to do and all that. They arranged this little show at a place called Bread and Roses, and it's at the chapel, and that's on Gray's Inn Road. It's like, it's, if you're walking onto Gray's Inn Road from King's Cross, you go past the Water Rats, and then it's on the next corner. Small venue, but top for an acoustic set. Yeah, it was wicked for an acoustic set. And I can't remember who it was that threw me in there, but it might have been Marie Keogh or Gary Mazin or one of those out at the RNIB. I think it might have been Marie Keogh, actually. I think she said to us, yeah, we're doing this thing, like, and they sort of said, I know that you haven't been a part of the Guitar Social, like, but we've got some space on the night, so do you want to come down and do some tracks? And I was like, yeah, we'll make a night of it. So I went down there, and I think like Desi was with me, Franklin, Rosie, Phil, I don't know, there's about 7 of us, I think. Oh, Ben Hyde, he was there, yeah. And so we go down to this venue, went in there, just started chatting away through, because there's a lot of blind people there, and like some sighted and all that, whatever. So we started having a good old chat and that, and then they said to me, when do you want to go on? And I was like, well, I said, I'll just go around you lot, you know what I mean? Like, when you've got a minute and you need it filled, call me up and I'll do whatever you want me to do, or I'll do nothing. And they said, yeah, sweet, that's wicked. So like halfway through the night or whatever, they played like 5 of their different acts. Like, they had a lady, she was like nearly 100 years old, and they taught her how to play a song and like sing it and all that. And it was beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It just proves that music ain't for the young. It is for the young, but it is for the old as well. You know what I mean? Well, you only have to look at Paul McCartney or Roger Daltrey to know what I'm chatting about. So anyway, I got up, done 5 of my songs and that, and then this like 3-piece band got up, and they had this girl called Jenny playing violin, and I was sort of sitting there with Phil, and I was saying to him, oh, do you know what? I've never played with a violinist in a group I've been in, you know what I mean? I thought, yeah, nice one. And then, well, Franklin wanted any excuse he could get to go over and chat to her. So I said, all right, Frank, go over and ask her if she wants to do some music. So he did. Come back about half hour later. Don't know why it takes half an hour, but there you go. And she basically said at this minute that she was just doing loads of music all over the shop, you know what I mean? But she was interested, so she said, yeah, like, form the band and then get in contact with me and we'll see what's happening. And I said, all right, sweet. So yeah, so that was when I met Jenny for the first time. And obviously I went back to that table and I said to Phil, what's happening? Are we doing this or what? You know what I mean? You know, I need you, Phil. And Phil was like, yeah, sweet, let's do it. So I was like, okay, that's 2 in. That's rhythm guitar, lead vocals, and lead guitar, and some backing vocals. You know what I mean? With like a violinist hovering above us, you know what I mean? Like, so I sort of said to that Jenny at the end of the night, I said, well, is there anyone else you know? Like, and then she was like, oh yeah, I know this guy called James. He plays bass guitar. I was like, well, give me his number or whatever, and I'll contact him. So I don't know when, but a couple of days later, I think I sent him I sent him a text message basically asking him if he fancied it. told him what was going to be involved and all that, and he come back to me with a sad reply. You know what I mean? He weren't like, he said, like Jenny, he's involved in about 10 musical projects or whatever, and he just didn't really have the extra time to yeah, you know what I mean? So I said, all right, mate, nice one. Yeah, I said, you don't know anyone else, do you? And then he put his missus forward, a lady called Kerry, who is brilliant. She's a rock star, mate. I'm telling you, she's brilliant. And James is a lovely geezer as well. I've lost touch with them since COVID and all that, you know what I mean? But yeah. But they're lovely people. Actually, Jenny Grossman, lovely as well. And then I'll introduce you first to the other two members. Yeah, so now, right, we've got Kerry on bass, we've got myself on rhythm and lead vocals, we've got Phil on backing vocals, lead guitar, and then we've got Jenny Grossman floating, you know what I mean, whether she's going to join or not. But I think once Kerry joined, she was a lot more interested. So and then we was like, well, one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle is the drummer, and we ain't got one of them. So I have got a pal called Sam Talent, and that is what he is. He is a talent. The fella is unbelievable on the drums. For the rest of my life, if I could just have one drummer, it'd be Sam. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, and Phil as well, yeah? One lead guitarist, it'd be Phil. One drummer, it'd be Sam. And do you know what I mean? Them two, definitely. So we, contacted Sam and then told him what's happening, what it's all about and all that. And Sam has like become a nurse, and he lives a bit of a trot away and all that, but he does drive, and yeah, he said okay, and he joined the band. So God, we had a great drummer, great lead guitarist, myself, who I class as a great songwriter, and then Kerry on bass. She was new to the bass, but she was fine. She was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Being taught by James on the sly, I think, because she's getting better every week, better than most improvements that you see. You know what I mean? But yeah. So all right. So basically, yeah, we done a gig. Me and Phil done a little gig in a basement of some place over near Earls Court in West London, and the violinist Jenny Grossman and Kerry and James as well come to watch us playing this gig, like. So it was me and Phil on stage, like, and we just going, like, Phil knows a lot of my songs. I've actually wrote a few songs with Phil as well, do you know what I mean? But yeah, we've done it, and it was brilliant. We're all, do you know what I mean? What can I say? Yeah, so that was unbelievable. And yeah, so at the end of that gig, there was another girl there called Jenny, as well as Jenny Crossman, and she is a singer. And basically, I can't remember what was said, but we spoke about it, and she sort of said she was happy to come in and do backing vocals and like maybe some percussion and stuff like that. Like, and we was like, yeah, brilliant. That means that Phil can concentrate on the guitar, and you take over half, like, well, a third of the singing, I should say. So yeah, so then, yeah, that was it. We had a band. We had Jenny Grossman on violin, Sam Talent drums, Kerry Norris bass, Phil Kerrigan lead guitar, John Chapman rhythm guitar and vocals, and then Jenny Neal was like the other vocalist in the band. I can see if we would have gone on further, like, she definitely would have sung more songs, you know what I mean? And like, even though I like to be the singer, but I was playing rhythm guitar as well. So I mean, and yeah, right. So let's move on in stages. Don't get ahead of myself. All right. So we had a band, so we needed a rehearsal room, and nice. Like, I mean, when we started this project. In my head, I was thinking I was going to get a lot more blind disabled people in the band, like because we also had a couple of the guide dogs people were going to get involved, but that didn't happen, so we just had to find a band. So I was the only disabled person in the band, which was amazing because they felt like a bit of I don't know, a bit of mwah for me. We all used to rehearse at a studio in Kentish Town called K-Town Studios on Regis Road in Kentish Town, not far from the station. Brilliant studio, get on it. Lovely people there as well. Yeah, and because my eyes not good, do you know what I mean? Like they decided they would come to me to rehearse, thank God. So yeah, so we all was meeting up at this K-Town, and I've got to admit, like it came together really, really easy. Yeah, I mean, we just sort of went in a room, you know what I mean? And these people hadn't heard my songs, I don't think, or nothing. And I just played through them or whatever. And then we had a 10-song set in a few weeks, you know what I mean? We was doing well, like. And it was good as well because Jenny Neal, like, she's better singer than me, you know. Well, she's a different singer to me, you know what I mean? But she's brilliant, like. So she had to sing something, you know what I mean, do the lead vocal on something, like. So I asked her to look through the 10 songs in the set. I told her to keep away from Black Blanket, and I said, yeah, just choose one and you can sing the lead vocal. So she chose the song that I wrote for Barney, Take Me Back. And I'll tell you what, yeah, it nearly brought a tear to my eye, yeah, playing rhythm guitar to my song, yeah, and hearing such a good singer sing it, yeah. And it was just like, fucking hell, that is top of the pops. No, it was amazing, and they're an amazing group of people. We had a right laugh. Well, I hope we did. I hope they ain't got a podcast going called "Don't Get Involved with John Chapman" or something, and they're totally saying the opposite to it. But yeah, amazing. Yeah. So anyway, right. So we're together. We're rehearsing all that. Yeah. So the plan from the start, from the get go, was we was gonna play 3 gigs, each one getting larger than the last, yeah. And we was going to record a 4-song EP and release it, and then all the money went 50-50 between the RNIB and Guide Dogs, right? Which is that's good, isn't it? It's amazing, yeah. So let me just, yeah. So we as you know, we're rehearsing or whatever, and then they're like, we need a demo, like, because to get gigs, like, you need to have a demo, and like just so you can show promoters like what you got, do you know what I mean? So I said, right, I've got a studio up my ass, I'm gonna record us a 4-song EP. And basically, sadly, we couldn't record drums, so the drums on this demo that I will play you soon, they are Logic Drummer, which is amazing plugin, you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable what you can do with it, you know what I mean? And it sounds pretty real, and then once you put a couple of other plugins and wrap them around it and all that, it starts sounding really good, really like do you know what I mean? Sad that we couldn't record sound, because it would have been amazing for the demos, but so this demo, so basically I recorded the rhythm guitar and the lead vocal at home, right, with the drums that I put together to try and match what Sam was doing as much as I could, right? Then Phil Kerrigan came round and recorded his lead guitar here, and all his guitar parts. Then Jenny.
Track 1 Chapman speech. Input monitoring 0.
Be quiet. Jenny came round and we put loads of microphones up and in a room and basically just let her play the violin like with an headset, you know what I mean, listening to what we had already. And listen for yourself and see what you think, you know what I mean. It is all mixed and mastered by myself. Apart from the bass line and apart from Jenny Neal's vocal, because Kerry Norris's husband James recorded those at his house and then sent me the stems, and I just wrapped them in my project. You know what I mean? I did put a couple of little extra plugins on them, but yeah. So we had Jenny Grossman's violin, we had the Logic drummer, we had my rhythm, Phil's lead, my vocals, and then Kerry recorded her bass at home with James and then sent me the stem, so we had bass. And then I was trying to organise the time that Jenny Neal could come round here and record her vocal, but it just weren't happening, you know what I mean? We weren't in outside rehearsals or whatever. It was just hard to meet up or whatever. And then one day she happened to be at Kerry Norris's house, and James, like a saint, recorded her and sent me the stems, and then I put it all together, which is very amateur, you know what I mean? But the thing is, everybody was so good at what they was doing that you can, even though it's got amateur mixing and amateur mastering on it, you can sort of like get something from it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So, okay. So let me play you the first song, which will be... Behind the Wheel. Love that song. It's a great song. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at how much time we're we're already 25 minutes in. Yeah, I like to keep these videos down as much as I can so they're bite-sized and you lot don't think, oh God. Okay, so let's get straight into the next track, which will be Black Blankets.
Shine again. Was this darkness heaven sent? Will I pass this life test and see the brightness meet the darkness? People that you needed, my English rose will stay completed. I'll meet the dark holding a candle, and then my life will come full circle. Black blanket is where I'll be in the time when see. Black blanket wrapped around me, keep me warm when I can't see. Looks like we're in the stationary time. Up your chin and let it shine, for no reason to feel down. Just give it up and feel the sound. Black blanket is where I'll be in the time when I can't see. Black blanket wrapped around me, keep me warm when I can't see. Night is falling, starless sky. This black blanket across my eyes. Black blanket is where I'll be in the time when I can't see. Black blanket wraps around me, keep me warm when I can't see.
That was Black Blanket, and that is probably my favourite song I've ever written. Yeah, nice. Okay, let me get on with the tunes a little bit quicker because I've got a chat tale for you, and also I want to have a little chat before we say goodbye. Okay, so the next demo is Live On.
Day comes and goes. What you leave behind is history as it's known. Don't look back over nothing left alone. Yeah, yeah. Paint a picture, record a song, leave your stamp over everything you've done. Build a bridge, design a plane, leave people speaking your name. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna live on forever, even when you're gone. You're bringing people together, and your spirit lives on. What you've done has a meaning. Take me back and show me how. Lights above display your name. Now it's mine to do the same. You're gonna live on forever, even when you're gone. You're bringing people together, your spirit lives on. You're gonna live on forever, even when you're gone. You're bringing people together, your spirit lives on. Your spirit lives on. Your spirit lives on. Your spirit lives on. Your spirit lives on.
Nice. That was Live On. I've just been looking through the 5 tracks that I've got for you, and that's 3 down. But one of the last 2 is actually Jenny Neal singing Take Me Back. So you will be impressed. Yeah. All right, let me play that one. And then we got one more, and a CHAP TALE, and a speech.
Take me back to where it used to be, where life is good to me, where we were young and free.
amazing. Yeah. Oh God, what can I say? And I told Jenny all about what it's about, Barney and that, and she said that she would sing it for him as well. So amazing. Okay, I've got one more demo, but first of all, I have got a chap tale. And this one is all about when I went on a carp fishing trip with Stan Stamford, and then I took Stan to Wharton-on-the-Naze. Yeah, have a listen to this one. If you know Stan as well, you're going to proper crack up. If you don't, you're going to crack up anyway, because it's quite a funny story. But yeah, amazing. Yeah, have a listen. Nice one.
Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales?
Hello and welcome to Chat Tales. Okay, this episode I am going a little bit off the music trail, but there's some funny stories to be told. Anyway, this little story is about a time when me and my pal Stan went to Wharton-on-Naze to meet up with Jamie Nicholas at his mum's caravan. Well, I'll tell you what, this was a funny night. So basically, I sort of tricked Stan into coming to Wharton because me and Stan had been carp fishing at Jackie's caravan, which weren't in Wharton. It was some other place down there along the coast, I don't know. But anyway, after fishing, we jumped in the motor and we're driving back. And then like I've got a little bit down the road and I've sort of veered off to the right or whatever. And Stan's like, well, where you going? Like, this ain't the way back, is it? And I was like, oh, Stan, come mate, we're going to go and spend a couple of days in Wharton-on-Naze, yeah? And he weren't completely sold on it at first, but then he came round to the idea and he's like, all right, sweet, let's go, let's have it. So anyway, we made our way to Wharton, got there, I don't know, an hour later or so. Drove round to Naze Marine where Jamie had his caravan, went in, arrived at Jamie's. Obviously we'd been fishing all day, so we probably both smelt of fishing things, cell boilies or whatever you like. So obviously said to Jamie, like, I had a secret bag in the back of clothes. Stan was pretty clean anyway. I'm a bit more clumsy than most. When I go fishing, I come home with half the lake and its surroundings all attached to me. But anyway, I dived in the shower, showered up, put some new clobber on and that, and Stan went in and he might have had a shower as well. I don't know. I didn't get in the shower with him, but maybe next time. Yeah. So anyway, so we've got scrubbed up a bit of aftershave on. You know what I mean? And on the seafront in Wharton, there's a pub called the Bathhouse, and it's a lovely rubber dub. Yeah, I used to enjoy going into the old rubber dub. So anyway, we went into the pub, and there was like a party on in there for someone. Like, so there was like a big table of food and that. And I think they was just sort of, anyone that was coming into the pub was just allowed to have what they wanted off the old food table and all that. And they had a bit of karaoke going. So me and Jamie would have done rendition of My Generation by The Who. So there's your music. Yeah, so we basically was doing karaoke, getting drunk, you know what I mean? It was a good night. And then it was funny because me and Jamie, I don't know, we come off the karaoke together, so Stan was over by the bar right next to the food table, And Jamie, he used to love playing tricks on people. It was quite funny actually, but he had a plate in front of him with a load of gear on. I don't know, prawns and all sorts of stuff. And so we're standing there, and like Stan can't see us because we sort of come off the karaoke and then just like went out of his eye line, you know what I mean? So anyway, so Jamie started throwing like prawns and pickled onions and everything that he had on his plate. He's chucking them at Stan. Anyway, some of them are hitting him, things like that. And you can see Stan, he's getting a proper ump, and he don't know where it's coming from. But in the end, there's a fella like a little bit down from Stan. So Stan has decided that it's this geezer that's throwing the things at him. So Stan's like, you can see he's getting redder and redder. And then like Stan's gone over to the geezer. He's like, I'll tell you what, mate, you throw another thing at me, I'll throw you out the door. And at this point, I sort of said to Jamie, we better go over there because we don't want no fighting, you know what I mean? So we ran over to Stan, pulled him like aside and said, Stan, it was Jamie. We was having a joke with you, mate. You weren't this fella or whatever. So I think Stan apologised to the fella and yeah, we just went over to wherever we was all sitting originally and just sat down with a couple more pints and that, had a few more drinks, whatever. Anyway, there's this girl in there, yeah, and I can't remember, but I think anyway, Jamie, I think Jamie's like half on it, you know what I mean, like on this bird, like. So I think we went over there to talk to him, and then it came across very nicely that they wasn't interested and to get away or whatever. So he's like, all right, sweet, but bad move, girls, you know what I mean? Jamie ain't gonna let that go. Anyway, so this girl, where she was sitting, she's got her coat hanging on the chair, like. So Jamie has got a big block of cheese, yeah, and he's put it in one of her pockets, and in the other pocket, yeah, he's stuck like half a pack of Jacob's crackers in her other pocket, yeah. And then come the end of the night, as we was leaving, like we goes to the bouncer, like she was like coming towards the door, but she weren't too close to us at this point, like. So Jamie's like, oi, mate, and he's like, yeah, what's up? He's like, see this bird coming, like the one with the dark hair, like who's coming up now? He said, yeah. He goes, she's been stealing things. I swear she's been stealing food. She's been, you need to check her, mate. She might have even taken stuff from behind the bar. We don't know. So the bouncers looked at us and he's like, are you having me on? And we was like, no. I swear to God, she's a right tea leaf, this bird. You want to check her over before she leaves this venue, mate? So he's like, all right, cheers, lads. Nice one. So anyway, we sort of walked out the door and sort of went round the corner just so we could still see, but we was out of our line, you know what I mean? Anyway, this bird's come to the door saying goodbye to everyone or whatever. She's even said goodbye to the bouncer. Bye. And then he said, excuse me, love, can I just have a word with you? She's like, oh, of course you can. And so he's pulled her aside and he said, look, I've had a bit of a complaint that you might have been stealing stuff. And she said, stealing stuff? Stealing what? And he went, well, you don't mind if I like pat your jacket down or whatever, do you? And she's like, of course not. Yeah, she took her jacket off and gave it to him. Anyway, we're watching and we can see this fella, right? He's put his hand in her pocket and he's pulled out a wedge of Cathedral City cheddar. And he's looking at her like, he's got his cheese in his hand. He's gone, what's this then? And she's like, I did not put that in there, I swear. And he went, all right, well, let me just have a check in your other pocket and we'll see where we are. So anyway, stuck his hand in the other pocket, he's pulled it out, boom, half a pack of Jacob's crackers. He's gone, what, so you can have a little midnight feast or something when you get in? And she's like, I did not put that. Like, there's shouting going on. All of her friends are gathering round saying, what's going on? And the bouncer's going, this bird's been stealing food from the food table. And like everyone's laughing at her because she's got like cheese and crackers. Anyway, we're all standing just slightly out of eye line, but not too far away. But anyway, I could not help myself. I just started bursting out with laughter. Oh my God. The bouncers looked round at us, like, and this birds looked round at us, yeah. We're in tears, like me, Stan, and Jamie are cracking up. And he's like, the bouncers just looked over and he's shaking his head. He's going, "Oh, you lot, what are you like?" And then this girl's going, "It's because I gave him a knockback, weren't it? It's because I give him a knockback." And we was just in tears. But yeah, so I know that weren't too music-fied, but I was thinking about it, and I think you beautiful people just deserve to hear all the stories from Kentish Town. Tales of the Kentish. Yeah, sweet. All right. Hope you enjoyed that one. Nice one. And I will speak to you soon, baby. Yeah. Yeah, that was just, it's unbelievable how funny it was. You had to be there, I think, a little bit, but yeah, that was funny. All right, so I'm coming to the end of this month's episode, and I think we're on like 50 minutes. I've still got a song left, so you're looking at an hour episode again. Yeah, so with the charity band, so we're formed. We've got 5 demos, and then next month will be us going to a proper recording studio. But we'll talk all about it next month because I'm not even gonna bring it up now. Okay, so let's hear No People No More, and then Squiddly Pie. Poof. Yeah. All right, I'll speak to you next month. Nice one. If you've got any like comments you want to make, I can chat to you on YouTube. Yeah, sweet. Thanks for listening. Nice one. I will speak to you soon. This is No People No More.